Hi everyone, we are from Liver Group, and today we will be presenting and analyzing the fashion brand company called Forever 21 that has been deemed as sunset industry. And then our group consists of Aurel, myself, Bernard, Christiania, Albert, and Christiana. Next, please. And today's presentation will include the industry analysis, company analysis, market analysis, and last, the strategic and other plans analysis. So moving on to the first discussion, which is the industrial analysis. Next. So as Forever 21 is a fashion brand, so it is categorized as the retail industry. And retail industry is a market that sells goods and services directly to consumer for either personal or family use. And there are four types of retail industry, which are the softline retailers, which sells goods that are consumed after a single use, such as the clothes. And the second one is the grocery retailers, which carry a mix of food products and consumable household items that include the supermarket and hypermarket. The third one is the hardline retailers, which sell consumer durables such as the electronics and furniture. The last one is the specialist retailers that sells only specific product categories, including the services, such as the private security firms and insurances. And retail industry can be in a retail stores in a fixed location or a temporary shops such as the bazaars, vending machines, door-to-door sales, and online. And doing the retailing, we need to think about the marketing plan, and it is called a retail mix that consists of 6 P's. The retail mix is meant for the purpose of coordinating day-to-day tactical decision for an effective marketing. And the 6 P's include the place, including the location, operating hours, and space utilization. The second one will be the product, which that includes the product assortment, such as the brand, categories, and lines choices, the target customer, and the support service. The third one will be the price that the cost the consumer need to pay to acquire the product. And then the fourth one is the presentation that include the physical evidence that represent the retail image, such as the exterior and interior layout. And the fifth one will be the personnel, which is the people that involved in the marketing processes on both sides of the exchange, including the sales people and customers. The last one will be the promotion, in which a way to communicate a product's value through advertising and public relation. Next. Moving on, and as the Forever 21 is categorized as a fashion, it is more categorized as a fast fashion in retail industry. So fast fashion is a term used to describe the clothing industry's business model of replicating recent trends, mass producing them at a low cost, and bringing them to retail stores rapidly. The whole industry is deemed as a growing industry due to the high demand for cheap fashionable clothing. And in 2020, the market size of fast fashion retail was 203.3 billion USD. And then it is forecasted for its compound annual growth rate, or the CAGR, for 2023 to 2030 is 10.14%. Which is good, because a good 10-year CAGR standard is around 8 to 12%. Not only Forever 21, but such as Zara, Uniqlo, and H&M also categorized as a fast fashion.
Okay, let's move on to the company analysis. So I think you already know about the store. So Forever 21 is a multinational fast fashion retailer founded in 1984. It is centralized in LA, California, in the United States. It is run by Authentic Brand Groups and Simon Property Groups with around 540 stores. So you may see the store if you go to malls or you go to shopping centers in Indonesia, and also it's available in many other countries. And they offer a large range of products, including men's clothing, women's accessories and clothing, children's clothing, but the company has been involved in various controversies, including labor practices and copyright infringement accusations. And this, we will soon learn, will be one of the main reasons that they are in the decline. So let's talk about the business model of Forever 21. For the marketing strategy, they market mainly towards young females with a contemporary fashion range and a diverse selection of products. They promote using print in stores and email advertising, and according to the company, the Forever 21 lady is characterized as someone who has a strong sense of view, is confident, attractive, and fashionable. Allegedly, we will see what the actual customers of Forever 21 thinks of the brand. As for the pricing, they have modest level pricing with in-house manufacturing keeping prices low. But of course, pricing is affected by the country's own GDP and their currency. So prices across the international brand varies. As for the SWOT analysis, the strength of this company is that they are targeting a major market, which is young females, and they have a trendy notion and relatively affordable pricing. One of the weaknesses is that they fail to attract customers outside its target market, despite expensive marketing efforts in the past by using celebrities. One possibility is that they could go into other markets, including the male and children clothing, or they could expand into more developing countries. The threat that they face is that there is a saturation of the fast fashion industry by other brands such as Uniqlo, Zara, Mango, etc.
Okay, next will be the market analysis. Next. So for the market condition, the market in fast fashion or the fashion industry itself is currently very saturated. According to Bloomberg, in 2022, Forever 21 have fourth most share of sales among other fast fashion companies in the US, with only 9% market share, decreased from 14% since the start of the pandemic. From this information, we can tell that the market is saturated from both the macroeconomy and microeconomy aspect. From the macroeconomy aspect, Shein, the brand with the most market share, has only 40% market share, and Forever 21 with the fourth most market share only have 9% market share. This signifies no one company holds a very large portion of the market. From the microeconomy aspect, the demand in Forever 21 itself have decreased as their market share have dropped from 14% to 9% since the start of the pandemic. Next. Next is the customer profile of the fast fashion industry. So generally, the customers have low quality, brand and price awareness. Then they are also hedonistic and buy products impulsively. They have high fashion awareness but is confused due to many product choices. Lastly, they also have low brand loyalty as they also have low brand awareness. Next. To analyze the cause of decline of Forever 21, we will use the Michael Porter 5 forces, which consists of threat of new entrants, industrial rivalry, threat of substitutes, bargaining power of suppliers, and bargaining power of buyers. In this case, there are only two forces that plays a role in the cause of decline of Forever 21, which is the threat of new entrants and industry rivalry. For threat of new entrants, generally most fashion brands were built from the 1900s. However, Shein, the brand with the most market share of fast fashion, was built on 2008, and Fashion Nova, the brand with the fifth most market share, was built on 2006. This shows that companies that are generally new to the industry could also be a competition in the bigger markets. Next, for the industry rivalry, it is clear that the rivalry or competition in the market is tight, where Forever 21 have the fourth biggest market share, only have 9% of the market share. Next.
Okay, so I'm trying to elaborate more about the Forever 21 cost of decline, but now it's based on the customer's perspective. So customers have reported that they had a very bad in-store experience during the shopping process at Forever 21 because they said that the store's display of product has been very disorganized. And this is reflected in the picture that we can see together here, that the Forever 21 in-store display has a lot of messy racks, confusing sections, and also customer reported that they have no one to help them navigate their shopping process. And this definitely something that will raise the issue in pushing the customer away, because if you go inside a store and you see there's hundreds or even thousands of clothing lying around with no one care about it, your first instinct is just to go out of the store, just to leave, because why would I even be here if no one even cared to tidy it up? And it also gives up a sense of the goods being sold is very invaluable, because it gives up a cheap vibes where everything that is being there, it's something that might have been associated with poor quality that caused the customer didn't even want to waste their time there. And if someone who is actually looking for a very specific type of clothing, they might be very confused and just think maybe they can save up their time by searching for another options aside from Forever 21. And other things that has been reported by customers is that they said the style and sizing just didn't conform with the local population, because Forever 21 is known to produce a lot of tacky slogans and also pushing religious agenda, such as on the clothing that is printed with a lot of slogans of Jesus love you, thank God, faith, hope in Jesus. And this is definitely something that's actually legal to be done, but it will cause a rise of inconvenience to certain population, and also pushing away a potential customer that should have been yours. Not only that, they also interact a lot with plagiarism issue, and also the size that they offer just did not confirm with local population, because they just tend to produce a size that's small to medium, and also putting up like a skinny models that just align with the current beauty standard of the society, and didn't think about compensating for people who actually need an extra size to meet and match their needs. Next, please. And aside from clothing, Forever 21 also sell jewelry as one of their product line. However, customer reported that those jewelry has been made with a very poor quality that is actually recognized from a dollar store. So this picture is serve as evidence that's taken by one of the customers. So she's wearing a ring, and just after 1 week, there's like a spot left on two of her fingers, and that's turning green. And that's definitely raised a lot of controversy and also issues, because at here it's very something that's undebatable that the quality is very poor, but also it raises a health concern, like what materials are being put into making these rings by Forever 21. And this is definitely something that will definitely turn off the customers of shopping to Forever 21. And as we know now, the Gen Z and millennials are also more environmentally conscious and actively supporting the sustainable brand. However, Forever 21 just failed to move towards that agenda, because even now in their Instagram posts, they still post a tagline of saying that I probably won't wear this dress again because it's already on my Instagram. And this tagline just give out a core message of encouraging people to just not being conscious on what they're wearing, and also just conflicting about the sustainable value that's currently being held and believed by the target market. Next, please. So aside from what the customers are feeling and their perspective on how Forever 21 situation that may cause the decline of it, we believe that the management and business strategy that's not right also play an issue on how Forever 21 is declining, because their strategy of rapid expansion is definitely one of the things that have led them to have a massive profit loss. So they always try to expand their offline stores from one country to another, and it's been expanding in a very very high rate. Not only that, the offline stores also have a very big size that's definitely requiring a lot of money to maintain, and unfortunately their trend is losing from another competitor, so it's creating a lot of massive profit losses. Not only that, the Forever 21 also created an irrelevant store atmosphere, because they always paint their store with white wall that give out a sterile and cool environment. However, the target market is actually Gen Z millennials who actually have their own aesthetics. For example, we would like to prefer to have an earth tone color compared to white, or even if you're selling something that's more active, maybe with graffiti that just give out a vibrant and fun environment. So this environment actually matters a lot, because they just launched like a Cheetos collection that has a very vibrant red and yellow color, but it's just look out of the place when we put it on in-store, which has been one of their big business strategy to continue their line of clothing. So this is definitely something that needs to be fixed. Next, please. So we know that since the era of internet, people has been, a lot of us just shop online because majority of us actually prefer that way. It's more efficient and convenient for us to actually look around a lot of products just in the swipe of our phone. However, Forever 21 has not been putting their focus there at the beginning, and they even have been denial about the importance of that. So their presence in the online store has been really late because they actually focus on expanding the offline store. So the market they actually have is already being taken away by the competitors. But last but importantly, Forever 21 business strategy also failed on delivering a core message because, as it's mentioned, that they want people to feel confident and on the clothes they're wearing, but most of the time they just saying that their clothing is trendy and cheap. So it's something that makes people feel like want to be trendy, but in a very cheap way. That's definitely pushing away the customers because customers need a value to relate to. For example, if we compare to Uniqlo, which is one also of the biggest market share in fast fashion industry, they have a value of making people who wear their clothes feel like they're wearing something with a modern Japanese casual wear value. Or even, for example, Urban Outfitters, they give people more personality on having a bohemian style. And that's definitely something that Forever 21 needs to work on to make sure that this company can be thriving again.
Now let's take a look at the possible strategies to overcome the mentioned cost of declines. First, improving social media marketing. So when making product marketing strategy, Forever 21 should expand to multiple channels and use the cooperation of various social media to improve the publicity effect. For example, reaching out to international consumers through an online presence will expand Forever 21 platform. Other example could be improving the e-commerce design that they have. Next is rebranding. Rebranding establishes an internal change that creates Forever 21 business identity. It is a good way to stimulate growth and gain a competitive advantage. This can be done by providing core messages, matching iconic clothing design, and the store atmosphere. And next is that applying extended producer responsibility, or EPR. So EPR is a policy approach where producers are given the financial and physical responsibility of their used products. They need to think about what materials go into making the product in order to ensure that it can be easily reused and recycled. This would create a business approach where products will be made in more resource efficient way, which is ultimately good for Forever 21 economy and innovation. Next. In-store experience is the set of all perceptions that customers see while going through the process of buying a product or service. Improving in-store experience is crucial to creating loyalty towards Forever 21 brand, making customers come back and conquering their word of mouth recommendations. And this can also be done by incorporating BOPUS, buy online, pick up in-store, improving their store interior and landscape, and extend employee availability to help navigate shopping process. Next is product collaboration. So product collaboration is when two brands with similar target markets co-create, co-brand, and co-promote a product. And with this, Forever 21 essentially can double their marketing power, adding value to customers and generating buzz at once. And this will extend Forever 21 target market, sales channel, and publicity opportunities. Lastly is improving the quality of product and attributions by replacing cheap jewelry with low-end curated jewelry and replace tacky slogans and plagiarized design with more authentic attributes. Next, thank you for your attention, and that's all for our presentation. Don't forget to like and subscribe.